Hello, guys. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning. This is Luca, not here to break even. I'm calling in from my home in Switzerland. This is the first YouTube live of my series. And I've actually want to start by saying that not here to break even, my newsletter is the podcast and my lives will be dedicated to those who are interested in learning effectively the best digital marketing techniques and the best digital business models to make success online. Make success meaning making money. So if you're starting up, if you want to refine your digital marketing skills, keep sharing your knowledge, and hopefully you're going to find one or two things that are going to be useful for you. A disclaimer that I need to make as well, guys. I am personally going to provide some evaluations in some of the live and in some of the material that I'm going to share with you about some specific products and systems. And I'm going to provide my objective review and my objective recommendation of that. So honestly speaking, if something sucks, I will tell you. Something I will tell you. Based on that, you can take your decision on whether or not you want to start and take my advice and start working based on those systems and those material. Enough said. So the title of today's live is customer offering. Now, premium customer offering, for those that know something about digital marketing and affiliate marketing especially, is the basic concept based on which people that are offered highly valuable and highly priced, for that matter, courses or products, online products, are those that are going to make the difference for you in the long run. So what do I mean by making the difference? I am coming here from the perspective of digital marketers, of affiliate marketers. So when I talk about premium customer value or premium value offering, I'm also talking about something that some other marketers out there might refer to as ascension marketing or still high ticket marketing. They're all meaning the same things. And the fact is, guys, that honestly speaking, there's not really much to say about these customer value or premium customer value, premium value offering. What I will tell you instead is where they lay on the foundation of a strategic mindset that you need to start putting in place to create a business, first of all. Because, of course, digital marketing and affiliate marketing are about products. There's no way out of it, guys. Without a great product, you won't get anywhere. If the product that you are marketing as an affiliate marketer is not providing value for anyone in this world, then you probably don't want to even start getting the rest of your business ready around this product. But in turn, if the product or the set of products, so the mix of products that you're having available, that you are developing yourself, that you are actually selling or marketing on behalf of others, is great, is proven to work, is actually responding to real needs, and there is a market for that, then listen out, because these might really make the difference for you. Of course, we all know that the basics of digital marketing and of affiliate marketing, or marketing in general, is to make people, a certain target of people, so people with certain needs, aware and compelled to react to our calls to action. So I'm referring to these as the 5 key elements of the marketing in general, I would say, but specifically digital and affiliate marketing online. So these 5 key elements are, number 1, the traffic. You know about that. Number 2, the funnel. I hope you know that, but we're going to dedicate some time to it, perhaps also in the next live. Number 3, filter. So those of you who consider the funnel as a way to squeeze should probably also consider a different perspective to it. Number 4, follow up. Yes, follow up means follow up. So those of you who are here because you're interested in developing something that is going to run on autopilot are, I think you're missing out on opportunities, because it's real, it's a truth that technology today enables us to create and set up our digital magnets, our landing pages, and in theory, a fully fledged digital business that can run on autopilot. But honestly speaking, what's going to make the difference, and I'm really fiercely convinced about that in the future, in the ongoing phases where we are going as a society from a customer perspective as well, is the human relationship. So even if we're talking about digital, we should never forget that we are talking about creating a business where we are solving issues for people. So we need to be real people as well. So number 5, and that's where I'll finally get up to talking around the premium value offering, is the tiered product mix. So, okay, traffic. What is traffic? Well, guys, the traffic are the key, the substance of whoever is going to constitute the base for you to get customers from and to generate your revenue. But I'm not going to talk about traffic today. I'm only going to talk a bit about number 2 and 3, so funnel and filter. What is a funnel? Well, essentially speaking, for those of you who are maybe new to these topics, funnel is the mechanism through which you are going to be able, as a digital marketer, to first of all attract your traffic, and to, in successive phases, that's why I call the followed up tiered mix product, actually walk your traffic through these funnel and get them to purchase from you. So the more you give value to them, and the more value you will get from them, and you will be able to ask from them. This is the concept of high ticket marketing, or ascension marketing, or a customer premium value offering, right? So premium value offering, you shouldn't be surprised if sometimes you're going to see products out there that are sold, especially in a particular niche, especially in the personal development niche. And personal development can come in many forms, guys. So there's not only the business coaching element, there is also, and I've seen it for myself, you can just go out on Google and see for yourself, one of the most successful niches in the information marketing. We're really talking here about information marketing. So we are selling knowledge, we're selling information, but we are selling a specially packaged information that can provide a great value to the widest number of people possible that are in need to solve that specific problem. All right. So I am talking about products there that are also related to, for example, how you can get your best, the most desirable girlfriend or the most desirable boyfriend. Trust me on that, because I've seen products about these niches, about these specific areas that are selling literally for thousands of dollars. So if you're wondering, are there really people out there who are willing, who are open, who will spend that kind of money on products, on information related products online? The answer is absolutely yes. I think that information marketing is probably the most thriving industry that, you know, today we can see on the planet. And I'm not going to go through an analysis of the other industries, but it's a fact that there's more and more people going online, more and more people in other countries, even in developing countries, and more people are getting access to these kind of new ways of learning things, of being administered knowledge. So think about that for a second. You've probably seen it for yourself, right? You've probably have been part of a system as a customer, perhaps as a user, where you were asked and intrigued, you were asked to provide your contact details. So I'm starting to talk about the initial level of the funnel here, where you opt in, or your prospects opt in with their email address, offering free value, but something that is of true value to them. And that is enough for them to start, and for you to start generating a relationship with them, a rapport with them. And that's fundamental, right? In successive levels, the scope is, and I will draw this parallel here. This parallel, I think it's a great way to understand it. If you are having doubts or are not convinced that there's going to be people on this planet that are really going to spend thousands of dollars on one single information product online, well, just take this example from the real life. And the example that I'm talking about is still very intimately related to how we create a rapport, create a connection, create a relationship with other human beings. I'm talking about starting conversations or starting a relationship with the opposite sex. Normally speaking, I shouldn't be asking questions. I should be here answering your questions. But let me actually ask you one question. In the lifelong pursuit of happiness, okay, this is another chapter from Gardner. What is the single most difficult moment you think in actually having a relationship going with the opposite sex, with somebody, right, with anyone? I bet many of you would say the initial conversation. So breaking the ice, actually creating that connection. Would you agree with me that, putting things in perspective, taking the first step and creating the initial occasions and the initial phases where these relationship will start growing and become something else are somehow more difficult than actually getting to the point of even asking for marriage? That's a different commitment, right? When you meet somebody for the first time, you are having in mind to go out for dinner. You have a value for each other. You are two human beings who are eager to be together and to spend time together. Most probably the last thing that either of you is thinking at that moment is to get married. I mean, there are exceptions, of course, but I'm talking about the average, right? Definitely about the average guy. So would you agree with me that taking the first steps in creating a relationship, so meeting a girl or meeting a boy if you're a woman, or meeting anybody in a restaurant, in a bar, in a discotheque, outside, on a beach, anywhere, in a gym, would you agree with me that that's the single most difficult moment that you have to encounter in actually establishing a relationship with this person? And would you agree with me that after that is done, the successive steps of actually, you hook up in the gym, by the street, in a discotheque, and you actually have a drink together. You break the ice. Perhaps the next step is actually a date. So the next time you actually go on a date together, you go to the cinema, you go to the restaurant, and you keep doing that for some time until actually the dating ends up being sort of a formal engagement, right? Sometimes we never even know how that happens, but it's true. After a while, we are sort of formally recognized by even other people as being engaged when we are getting out with somebody else for a long and repeated period of time. What's the next step? It is getting married, if you so wish, or other forms of commitment, maybe even living together. But would you agree with me that that's a big commitment? And there is much difference between actually breaking the ice and getting married. This is the same thing when it comes to affiliate marketing. This is the same exact concept that is followed by affiliate marketers in the ascension marketing space, in the high ticket marketing space, also called premium value offering, right? What do I mean by that? Well, I mean that exactly like when you're trying to establish a relationship with somebody, because you want to have a relationship, a human relationship with somebody from a sentimental perspective, that's the same thing that you're doing when you're actually approaching people with your ads. So people are seeing your ads, are clicking on it, and, well, you break the ice. You break the ice, my friend. They click on it, they see what you have to offer initially, and they can decide pretty quickly. And you agree with me, in real life, it also happens the same way, that people, when you're trying to break the ice with them, they will make you understand very, very quickly. I think probably in the first 7 to 10 seconds, if they're even interested in having a conversation with you or not. And that's the same thing with prospects. They will see you, they will see your ad, they will see your material, and they will take very few seconds to decide, is it something I am interested in or not? What's the risk there? Well, the risk is very low. So exactly like when you're establishing a relationship with some other human being from a sentimental perspective, you can say, you know what, this interests me, this guy, this lady, this material, this person, this offering interests me enough to know more about it. So what? The risk is taking a drink. In our case, from an affiliate marketing perspective, opting in an email. Okay, I'll do that. That's the first step. That's probably the most single difficult step that you'll have to encounter. And know that the first sale is the most difficult. So of course we're breaking the ice, and so you might argue, well, Luca, that's not really the most difficult part in the journey. The most difficult part is really making the first sale. And I would agree with you, but the reason why I brought this up is because, of course, the moment you have a foot in the door, you're also going to be facilitated in providing more value and offering things in return for some other cash, for example, so for a financial return to that person, right? You would agree with me that that's going to be easier. But I agree with you. In principle, the first sale is going to be the most difficult. See, the fact is this. If you go out with a person and you go out for dinner, then you need to take a decision. And the decision of whether or not to go for a second time, maybe on a trip, or maybe to another restaurant, or maybe to the cinema with the same person, maybe in a matter of a few days, is not going to sound too strange to you. Your brain is going to work in such a way that you're already accustomed and you're already perceiving the value. This is how we are wired, guys. This is no marketing. This is human being 120%. So the same thing when people are going through the funnel, right? The first, they opt in, you work on making the first sale. How do you work on making the first sale? Well, by following up. So you show up. You actually are there. You establish a rapport. You are a human being, and you need to demonstrate that you care. You need to demonstrate that you care and that your product is valuable. There are tons of products out there. You're no more selling products. You are selling yourself and your ability to solve people's problems, to create value for them with those products. Products that might be existing somewhere else, but you have the unique combination of yourself, the value that you offer in combination with that product. All right? So you see where I'm going with this, because I started the conversation in this live talking about premium value offering. I don't know why I keep saying just customer value offering, but it's true because of course it's customer. We're offering customers the value, right? Or high tickets or ascension marketing. Well, the good thing is that you might well relate to the fact that the next step of dating is being engaged. So the next time, your customer maybe have opted in for something free, or maybe have decided to pay something for very, very little value. So talking information marketing terms, that might be a video course, a 1-hour video course, or 2 hours video course, or 2 different 1-hour video courses that you sell them for, I don't know, $10, $15, $20. Guys, this is just an example. So I'm making these numbers up. So would you agree with me that exactly like in the parallel of actually establishing a relationship from scratch with a different human being, with the goal of growing from a sentimental perspective with this person, exactly like that, when you have a foot in the door and have already gone out a couple of times for dinner, then there is the next step. The next step is actually possibly living together or getting engaged. So formally engaged, exchanging the ring, or whatever else has a meaning for you. It could be a handkerchief for that matter, right? In affiliate marketing terms, that's exactly the same. That's what we would call a second tier or a second level tier offering, right? So you would come up, so following the example of the information product or the information related product, you might offer a 5 hours course or 5 modules course for $200, right? So I want to reflect on this for a minute, because I'm not talking yet about, I started with that, always start with the end in mind, guys, but I started the conversation talking about high tickets, and high tickets sell for thousands, right? What I'm here to tell you is what is in jargon referred to as a residual income. So all these activities of actually engaging the prospect, engaging the person, transforming them into fans and actually eager customers of yours will allow you, of course, to provide value to them, and from your own perspective to sell products that are, starting from a very basic level. So we said $10, $15, $17, $20, whatever, to a next step. So would you agree with me that if you have already spent $10, $15, $17, $20 with somebody for one of their products, if you got value from them, if that really helped you the way it was told you to solve one of your problems, then you would be very, very eager and keen to listen to the next offering. And that might come in the form of, Luca, you know what? I've seen that you've taken a course on how to engage with a person of the opposite sex. So would you now be keen to learn how to get the best out of your relationship with that person forever? What you say? What would you say to that if I came to you with that offer for $200, 300 problems? Well, there is a very high chance that unless something has really terribly gone wrong before, that you would say, well, that's a problem that I have. It helped me already solve with the basic one of the problems. Yeah, of course, I invested $20, but you know, it was not an expense, it was an investment. I was really able to solve this problem. So all of a sudden you start saying that $300, those $200, those $300, those $400 that I am being asked now to go to the next step, so and purchase this product, is still going to be a great investment, because exactly like I did before, if I am going to solve my problem, and so if I am going to be able to establish a fantastic relationship forever. Of course, guys, I'm not saying that such claims exist, but follow me here for a few minutes, okay? Bear with me for a few minutes. Would you agree with me that you would still think that's well worth for me 300, 400, 500, probably even $1,000 already? But 200, $300 seems like a reasonable ballpark figure. So you pay for it. And let's say, of course, you go through the modules and you actually get the value out of it, and it will really solves you a problem. The next time I come to you and offer you a whole different level, that's actually telling you, Luca, so far you've done this and you've done that, and you've already transformed significantly your sentimental life. Would you trust me now to also help you transform all the rest of your life and change the way you are, if you wish to be so, to become the best version of yourself, make more money, be more confident, be more free, be more self-comfortable, so on and so forth? You might actually think about it for a few minutes, and that's why it's called funnel, because statistically, not like everyone would follow up, but you will have a very high chance the further down you go into the funnel. You remember at the very beginning, I talked about filter. So the funnel is a great filter. Your offering is a great filter, because it allows only the people who have the highest likelihood of actually even purchasing the next step to be the only ones going down. So you have double the benefit here. Those people would be very, very likely to also go the next step. So all of a sudden, the idea of actually seeing somebody spending thousands of dollars online, and believe me, guys, I've seen people spending not just 1,000, 2,000, or 3,000. I've seen literally people spending tens of thousands, so up to $50,000, right, on courses, on information and information-related products online, even just based on a report on a relationship they established online. You need to believe that this is possible, because it is possible. It is existing. It's the reality. So all of a sudden, this idea doesn't seem to be that strange, that weird any longer, right? But honestly, and I promise that the next time we're going to have a better background, and I'm going to have a whiteboard so that I can also scribble on it, and a better lighting, guys. But for the moment, please just bear with me. So let's analyze this very, very quickly for a second. So you might not sell this product for tens of thousands, but nothing is ousting or preventing you from actually selling this product for $1,500 or for $1,999, right? It seems like a reasonable ballpark figure. I mean, all of a sudden, you don't have just somebody who's selling something. You're having a person on the other side who has solved the problem and who has consistently been helped and being able to solve their problems thanks to the products and the help from you in this case, right? Because you are the one who is solving the problem of the persons, right? So all of a sudden, this is very realistic. Now, let's talk quickly about just a few numbers. So the few numbers that I'm talking about is now we're coming to the high tickets part, to the premium value offering, to that ascension marketing. So you remember when I talked about tiered product mix? Well, what did I just talk about? I talked about the basic entry level, $10, $17, $20. I talked about a second tier product. I'm talking about $200, $300, $400. And I'm talking about the top-notch premium offer that you have. So let's have a look at some of the numbers here, right? Why is the basic tier 1, but also tier 2, called residual income? Well, it's called residual income because honestly speaking, I don't know what your targets are, but if you're selling entry points, so entry tier 1 basic products for, let's take the example of the $10 just because it's easy to calculate, it's easier to calculate with. How many would you have to sell of the $10 tier 1 product to actually get, for example, to the $1,000 a month mark? Well, you would, the math is easy. You would have to sell 100 of them. So that means, statistically speaking, that you would have to get a few hundred, if not thousands of people opting in into your newsletter, into your funnel, and then deciding that they are going to opt in and get on with purchasing the first one. There is a risk involved in just having these this strategy in place. This is not a strategy, this is more tactic, but you need to be aware of it. So I will talk more about that in the next issue, since we only have 5 minutes left here. But all of the traffic can come and can go. What really makes a difference for a long-term sustainable business and income month after month is establishing a relationship, is developing, is using a system, is offering consistently value that is going above and beyond. If you only offer one tier 1 product, it's going to be very easy maybe to provide the first few hundred sales, but these people may not be very likely. Actually, if they don't have the chance, they won't go anywhere. So as a business person, remember guys, we're talking about building a business here. What you want to do is actually have multi-level products, so a tiered product mix, so that you also fidelize. So fidelity is very important. For each step you help the people take in purchasing the next level, not only do you get more income as they get more value, you get potentially, and that's where the concept of customer lifetime value comes into play, an eager and avid fan. So more and more you're seeing that you're building something that is going to be fundamentally constructed of 2 main elements. So your income that you're going to generate with these activities is going to be based on 2 different pillars, mainly the residual activities, so tier 1, tier 2 products, and the top tier 3, tier 4, so high ticket, high value products. Those products are the products that are going to make the difference between having a business, which is something that you constantly have to drive because there's a lot of attention that you will have to put in the traffic, into making sure that your audience remains relevant, that your ads remain relevant, and you will have to fight that off with the competition. And believe me, guys, competition is crazy. So once you get a lead, you want to get that lead and keep offering value and establishing a relationship with that. So how do you do that? By using a funnel. By using a funnel with the combination of great premium value, premium offering products that are part of your product mix. So you can very well imagine if you even had one, I remember I talked about one product selling for $1,999 as an example. Does it seem realistic that through the funnel you have hundreds of people and one of them, you know, once in a while, maybe once a month, could opt in? And what would be your cost? I don't know, but let's assume that you're an affiliate marketing, so you're paying some commission, you're paid commissions, right? If you're paid commissions, how many $100s could you get out of the sale of that one single product? And if the product was yours, entirely yours, because you built it, because you bought all the licenses and you have all the rights around it, how much would you gain out of that? Well, you're right. That would be a clear $1,999 just off one sale. What if you could repeat that every single month? Make the calculation, guys, because next time I'm going to present you with a smaller spreadsheet, so it's going to be a bit more number driven, where I'm going to demonstrate the potential value given a certain rate of conversion that you have at each level. Not everyone, you know, that is going to be, not everyone that is going to visit your ad is going to become a lead. Not all of your leads are going to become buyers of your tier 1 product. Not all of them are going to actually purchase into the next level. And it goes without saying, not all of them are even going to purchase your high ticket, high value products. Now, I think we talked enough. I talked enough about that tonight. And there's just one last thing I want you to go out and look for yourself. I'm going to talk more about it next time, and it's called the tactical triangle. The tactical triangle is a great visual instrument that Perry Marshall is a great author. I think he's probably advised on digital marketing and information marketing matters, the biggest companies in this world. And I think it's one of the most sought after and highly paid advisor for these companies still today. And he wrote quite a few books on the topic. He invented the concept of the tactical triangle. Tactical triangle is something that makes you very well understand the interaction of 4 different components. The traffic, you know what the traffic is. Conversions, you know what conversions are. Economics. So economics is where you understand whether a business model is viable or not. Are you actually getting more out of your advertising than you pay for it? Then it's economically viable. And there is a 4th element into it, which is the triangle in the triangle, and it is the 80-20. So always see that from a fractal perspective. You're going to have 80-20 from anywhere. Your income is going to be the 20% portion of your list of your subscribers is what's going to generate 80% of your income. If you want to consistently grow it, if you want to consistently maintain it and scale it up, then you need to work on that 20. Of course, you can still need still to work on the rest of the 80, but the point here is, guys, you need to have a product mix strategy where you have the flexibility of adding tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, or 4, depending on how deep you want to go into the funnel, products. And that's also, and I close this with this last comment, that's going to provide you a lot of flexibility. Why? Well, because it gives you the flexibility of working at your leisure, at your own pace, on the creation, for example, of new products that you can add to each level. So if you sell me a tier 1 product, well, then you perhaps are going to come to me with another tier 1 product. Maybe the next time, because at that moment it's still not ready, you're going to come with a tier 2 product, and then so on and so forth. Okay, guys, I hope I've explained, I managed to convey the sense and the meaning of what you hear out there referred to as a premium value offering, as high ticket and marketing, or even as ascension marketing. Those are all referring to the top 3, the offering of tier 3, tier 4 products that are going to be very high in financial terms return for you, so high tickets, but it's also part of the perceived and obtained value from your subscribers. This is Luca from Not Here to Break Even. Let me know if you got value out of these. Sorry for the illumination. I wish you all the best, guys. Keep following and provide your feedback, and come to notheretobreakeven.com if you're not signed up to my newsletter already. And even on Facebook, you find me under the group NH2BE. I even have a private closed group where we are masterminding on a bi-weekly basis, and that's an NH2BE. But if you sign up to the notheretobreakeven.com newsletter, you're going to receive all these links in a quick email. All right, guys, all the best to your success. I will see you soon. Ciao.